Thank you for the kind introduction, and it's great to be here. And hello, Bendigo. So, my name is Xiang, and I'm an academic and a Cisco Chair Professor of Artificial Intelligence. So today I'm here to share my journey about creating two world-class AI research centers at La Trobe University. Thank you. Yeah, here. Sorry, it does what? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so two world-class research center. Yes, and also share with you some of the projects we're doing, and that is really AI-driven, and create a lot of innovation for both big enterprise like the multinationals like Cisco and the biotech, as well as particularly the small media enterprises. Now, first of all, I want to start with my slides with this one. Yeah, most of you have know by now the Nobel Prize in World Media Award. Two prizes is AI. One is physics, and the other one in chemistry. Yeah, the one in chemistry was announced the next day. Yeah, the day before, it took the entire world by surprise because the two recipients had no idea why they received a Nobel Prize. Because what they do, the Jeffrey Hinton, for example, are the early inventors of the deep learning, and had no idea why his work was connected with physics. The so-called neural networks was barely just an analogy. Yeah. And the second day was quite incidentally, I was invited by National University of Singapore, Yang Lee School of Medicine, to give a presentation on the ACAMI, Australian Centre for AI in Medical Innovation. And it was, I was a bit concerned about the audience because I'm an AI researcher, and that's one of the top 5 medical schools in the world and US, highly ranked. And I thought it would be like a very few people. I was a bit nervous, and it turned out to be a full house like this. And I think it was also a very sad day for those people working in the chemistry and the medicine, because they felt their most prestigious work get intruded by someone from AI. Yeah, like the Dennis and John, the last two. Yeah, this Dennis and John, they were purely just AI researchers. They knew nothing about chemistry, and they didn't expect they would win a Nobel Prize. So I think by doing this, Nobel Prize Award Committee sent out a very, very unmistaken message to the entire world. Yeah, the world has changed. Even Nobel Prize Committee is shifting from traditional scientific discovery to research impact. When it comes to research impact, when it comes to innovation driving the world, nothing beats artificial intelligence. So this is my opening. So I'm going to share with you, what we have done. So the first question I want to throw to you as an audience, is it AI enough? The answer is definitely no. Many people think that AI is absolutely the future, but AI is nothing without the data. Don't you agree? And then the question becomes, where's the data coming from? We often say garbage in, garbage out. The reason why ChatGPT is so powerful because it's been trained on such high quality, such a large volume data. And where does it come from? And these days, what I can tell you, the majority of the data is actually coming from the census, not typed by human beings. It used to be the case. We have library books, newspapers, but these days all changed. It's all census, collecting data in the background, with you knowing it or without you knowing it. Like, for example, humidity, temperature, climate change, or even the cars that driving yourself. Now we have nearly fully autonomous, vehicles. Each one of them have hundreds of sensors. So this raises the second question. So AI can't go alone. It needs to be combined with so-called IoT, the Internet of Things. And on the other hand, Internet IoT can't live without AI because otherwise it's just dumb machine. You send all the data to the cloud. Some of you might think that the cloud is so powerful, but you have to keep that in mind. Cloud is a shared infrastructure. You don't own the cloud. None of us do. So therefore, rather than sending all the data to the cloud, it's much better methodology to process as much data as possible right on the edge, right on the where data is first generated, and only send the meaningful, actionable information to the cloud. And also, this can avoid so-called latency. Imagine you're driving a car, it's autonomous driving itself. So you're reading your book or doing whatever you in the car. And the previous car, the car in front of you just, it had an emergency, suddenly stopped. So if your car just simply collect the data sensors and send the cloud, and by the cloud to tell you to apply the brake, I'm sorry, bang, it's already too late. So this is a reason why AI and IoT is being go hand by hand and being so successful in terms of affecting almost every single vertical in industry, ranging from autonomous driving, mining, renewable energy, you name it. The list goes on. And this is exactly the motivation why we partnered with Cisco back in 2020 when I first joined James Cook at La Trobe University, to build the world first research center in the intersection of AI and IoT. The center has been very successful since the launch, almost 4.5 years ago. So we've been doing things like, at the intersection of AI and IoT. So we touch both, bring the AI from the cloud to the so-called edge AI, device AI. And this is what we much needed. Because like I said, the data is actually coming from the sensors. We need to process the data as close to the sources as possible. We're going to need like 25 core researchers working on various projects. So let me just and this fits, the center sits under the big umbrella. It's called National Industry Innovation Network. So that was launched back in 2020 as well. La Trobe University, Curtin University, and Cisco was 3 founding partners of NIN, so-called NIN, N-I-I-N. So NIN is a network of both industry and university as well. We do partnership, we do innovation center. For example, Innovation Central Melbourne, that's a Cisco brand, Cisco partnership model. That's based at Digital Innovation Hub at La Trobe University Bandula campus. And we also have a specialized center. The Center for AI and IoT is one of the most flagship specialized center. And NIN has a footprint across it's been expanding in the last 4 years. Now it's across the entire Australia, almost every state except the Northern Territory. We have at least 1 or 2 in member. And most recently, Intel joins the camp. So we're excited. So Intel, as one of the biggest company, being heavily invested, used to be like in CPU, but now they venture into GPU and heavily investing in the area of the artificial intelligence. So some figures about NIN. We do a lot of the projects, 300 plus, and we generate a lot of income. And also, I think it's the most important, we're helping SME, the regional enterprise SME, to using AI. Any of them knows the importance of AI, but don't know exactly how to use AI to drive up their productivity, drive up their innovation. And our center is also backed by very strong cutting-edge technology from Cisco. What you're looking at is the next generation Cisco WebEx, a video teleconference system. But this time we're going to 3D holographic. So there's only 5 sets in the world. 3 of them are in the Silicon Valley, in the headquarters of Cisco. And 1 is in Singapore. And the 5th one, the last one, is in Melbourne, in my lab. So you're most welcome to come and have a look. You put on, it's 12 cameras in an array. You sit in front of this device, and you will be rendered in real time, 3D. And the other side can see you in 3D. And it's just true like a Star Wars. You push a button, somebody just pop up. And there's no idea. You can tell this guy is just sitting next to you or 1,000 kilometers away from you. Yeah. The scientific fiction is coming to true. And the center has been recognized, not only just we say, in Australia, we're number one. We've been recognized by IEEE, the largest professional organization in the world. The Institute of Electronic Engineers, IEEE. I think many of you have heard of it. Yeah, we were beating last year against Europe, against some elite university in the United States, furiously for hosting the first annual Congress on AI and IoT. It is such an important topic. It's such a rapidly growing area, and it drew a lot of competition from the other continents. And luckily, they voted confidence on us, thanks to the lab, and we are hosted in our city campus in July this year. Yeah, we welcomed 14 delegates, nearly 100 delegates from 14 different countries. And I literally received 3 professors from Japan, shake the hand. They didn't know each other in Japan, and shake the hand and introduce to each other right at this conference. So I was very pleased. No country dominated, not even Australia. Yeah, and it's all equally spread, 14 different countries. So I think that shows this is an internationally, I think it's well-recognized topic. And I would like to show you what we've done in terms of, I showed 3 examples to show you what we have done, particularly using AI to drive innovation in Australia. The first one is building Australia's first photorealistic 3D digital twin for the Great Barrier Reef. So this project was commissioned and funded by Australian Institute for Marine Sciences. So AIMS. So we built by using thousands of high-resolution underwater pictures supplied by AIMS. They've got a diverse dive into the Great Barrier Reef and took thousands of pictures. They used to use a technology called photogrammetry, which has been run for half a century. And the University of Sydney has been helping them in the past 3 years to have a well-structured pipeline for building a 3D modeling for the Great Barrier Reef until I saw the result online. And I gave them a call and told them, this is not the cutting edge. Have a look. If you zoom in, you will see the skeleton, the triangulation, and that's caused by the technology and underlying technology used. How about if we use a cutting edge 3D computer vision to do that? And this was published on the World Ocean Day by AIMS. Our world first turned out to be a world first photorealistic 3D digital twin. So for the first time, Australians don't have to jump in the water, snorkeling, and can see that reef in stunning, realistic 3D views. And it's not just a nice, flashy visualization tool. It's very useful for ecologists and policymakers to evaluate and assess the climate change on the growth and health of the reef. So we very proud at La Trobe University. Through this project, we can say, the reef is in the north, but the technology is coming from the south. All right, the second one. Oh, sorry. Oops. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the second one is Smart Living Lab. So we also worked with Cisco to publish a so-called white paper. Yeah, this is a first one in the world as well. Yeah, university all around the world is realizing the campus is huge, but how do you turn your campus into a living lab? A living lab is different from a conventional lab. It is a place you come and go and live as you wish. and use the sensors to collect the data, and using AI to analyze data on the background. So essentially, you take your workplace into giant laboratory, and you can do all sorts of things. La Trobe University, we're very proud, will be the first university in Australia to achieve net zero by 2029. And this is one of the efforts we joined with at Cisco, and it's being used as blueprint for all the other university campuses in the world. The last but not the least one is a company, I really like it. Yeah, so it's an AI for driving innovation in the digital agriculture space. This company, Atlantis, is based in Townsville, far north Queensland. Yeah, but set up its R&D office in my lab, Cisco Center for AI and IoT. Yeah, so what we're doing this is not for fun. It's not even prototype. This is a product. This is a pure, real commercialization. We built a sensors collecting the moisture data and using AI to determine the best irrigation, the schedule. Yeah, and also we build a digital twin. So when the valve opens, when the sensors detect enough, now it's time to water, and you can see the water is actually coming out from your valve, of course in 3D animation. Yeah, the farmers are sort of the type they would like to see for the eyes. You can't tell them, don't worry about it, my AI is figuring out everything for you. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. They won't literally see that water is coming out, the valve is open, so that they can have a peace of mind. And so that we give them a peace of mind. The product will be launched at 26 in a few days, and November. And we already got the first commercial client, a Highland in Bendigo area. Yeah, sugar farm. Now, second journey is relatively recently, on the 6th of September, Australian Centre for AI in Medical Innovation was launched by Treasure Team Palace. So this is a $10 million state government initiative building upon the strategic partnership with BioNTech. Yeah, for those of you that haven't heard about BioNTech, you must have heard about Pfizer. You must have had COVID-19 shots, right? Every one of us did. Yeah, I had 3 of them. Yeah, but I didn't know when I was the first to come into Melbourne. That was in the middle of the pandemic. The family relocated 3,000 kilometers from Cairns to there. I still recall when we landed in Melbourne Airport, as it was empty. We were only greeted by people carrying machine guns. Yeah, I was, the most difficult part of my my career, because I signed the contract just before the COVID hits, and in the middle of the COVID, Queensland was enjoying the freedom, and my friends up in Cairns thought I was crazy to go to. There was literally war zone in the Brisbane airport. The moment you cross the line, they tell you there's no return back. They all thought we're going to hell. Yeah, it was that bad, literally. Yeah, but I'm glad I made one of the best decisions in my career. Yeah, and I took the opportunity, and thanks a lot to the support from my university, from the industry, from the community. This is the second world-class research center we built, and it's no longer a La Trobe center. It's an Australian center. So the Pfizer, you might think the short you had is Pfizer, but it's actually Pfizer-BioNTech. Yeah, Pfizer was only responsible for manufacturing, but all the secret ingredients, which is called mRNA, is coming from this company, BioNTech, a German biopharmaceutical company, a giant. And the vice president won the Nobel Prize in medicine in 2023 for the invention of mRNA, and that's the shots we had. And they're investing a lot of money. I was told a huge amount of money. Bandula campus is built Australia's largest clinical scale mRNA vaccine manufacturing facility. So vision, of ACAMI, Australian Centre for the the AI in medical innovation. We operate at the intersection of artificial intelligence and medical innovation. I think all of the words people used to say when it comes to medical innovation, used to be like medical people say, oh, AI is good, but it's one of the tools we just use it. Yeah. Not the tool, So the ACAMI is a word first in the sense it's AI-driven innovation, medical innovation, rather than the other way around. So medical people used to say AI is icing in the cake. That the Nobel Prize Committee told them through the avoiding the word in chemistry to two AI researchers, and that is AI is no longer icing the cake, is part of the cake, and the digital penicillin moment has arrived. The future of AI, the future of bio lies in AI. Some people might disagree. Why is that? But thinking, let me show you from a different perspective. Thinking about any other disciplines in the last 50 years, half a century, dramatic changes have happened. We are sending people to the Mars, isn't it right? The cars can now drive themselves. And we are communicating in sunlight anywhere, anytime. But look at the medical domain. 50 years on, we're still fighting cancer. 30 years on, we're still curing HIV. I think this tells us maybe some of the tools we think, is in the medical areas might not be as effective as we would like to think. So AI, let's hope. I think, so that's the way to go. So our conscious plan, so just the key component, so ACAMI just goes beyond a research center. We have clinical trial platform, and also we have a workforce development. And we're doing this with our partners. And one of our biggest partners is when it comes to AI, we say, we enjoy the best of tools. In the bio, it's BioNTech. And in AI, no one beats the NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been supporting ACAMI through supplying Australia's first DGX H200 supercomputing, and is, as we speak, is on way to Australia. So this conscious time, so we are welcome to have a look, drop in. Last but not the least, I just want to use a single example to showcase our current project. This is a very high profile. One of my colleagues in the physics and biomedical invent something called NanoSlide. It went all the way to the cover page of Science magazine, and also won Eureka Award. So this is a new technology in a NanoSlide, can make detection of cancer cell much easier. But the problem is only 3D, it's only 2D. So by using AI, we can render the 2D slides dramatically in the 3D rendering, so the doctors can see the cancer cell. Rather than two definition, kind of three different the angles significantly improve the accuracy of cancer diagnostics. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Thank you.